Plus, ESPN360.com, giving you more than 3,500 live online sporting events free to Cox high-speed internet customers. And we've got up to 375 football games and highlights with NFL Replay on Demand. So get the best seat in the house with Cox.
Payment plans made it easy on my budget, and my kids are getting ahead in school.
I started my own business, and now I'm my own boss.
Call now, and with your paid order, we'll add a free color printer, free MP3 music player, and free LCD TV. You heard right. Free printer, free MP3 player, and free LCD TV. Call now and tell us where you want your brand new computer and free gifts shipped today.
I'm glad I called.
Well, there are the totals through 5, and you might say that if Sushin Lee can continue on and bring home yet another championship, they just might not have him do the dishes next week at home. They may give him a week off. Interesting youngster. Sendien Chen in the 6th inning to lead things off for Taiwan. Safe on an error, hit a home run, 1 for 2. High fly ball to deep left field, and that stays in as the left fielder goes back to make the catch. Andre Mack.
He just got under that.
And once again, it was a left fielder, Mack, and you pointed it out before, Al. He went to the wall, he picked up the ball, and he came back in to make the nice routine play.
Just the way you should do it. Find out exactly where you are, how much room you have. Made it look easy. Shiwei Liu 0 for 2.
You know, it's been amazing, too. You don't see many left-handed batters in the series. At least I haven't.
There are none on the Taiwan roster as that one gets away from Darryl Myers and into center field. And they'll score that as a base hit. That's exactly right, Willie. Only one left-handed batter in the entire game today, a reserve for Tampa. Another look at the bouncing ball getting away from Myers as Swin-Chi Kwao at the plate with a count 0-1. Liu at first base, 1 out. 0-2 the count. Runner at first base, Shiwei Liu. 0-2 delivery. 1-2 the count. Runner at first base, Liu. Remember, he has to remain at the bag until the ball crosses home plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Liu getting aboard with the 5th Taiwanese hit today. Kirk Walker, one thing that's been impressive has been his control. Remember, the other day we pointed out he walked 4 2/3 of an inning in a relief role. And today he hasn't walked anybody. Count holding, 1-2.
Yeah, the only thing that's really hurt Curtis when he's got the ball up and out over the plate. Otherwise, he's been keeping the ball in a good location. They've hit a lot of balls on the ground.
1-2 pitch to the pitcher, Walker. And in the 6th inning, no runs, 1 hit, and a man left on as we look at it again.
Right off the end of the bat, and there's a good fielding pitcher right there as Walker goes up in the air. He sees he has the easy play at first base, goes over, makes sure of the out, and the inning's over.
Al Michaels, Don Drysdale, and Willie Stargell with you from Williamsport. The Taiwanese just 3 outs away from another Little League World Championship. Bottom of the 6th inning is 4-2 Taiwan as Gary Sheffield leads off, hitting it into the left field corner and pulling it at second with a double. So the kids from Tampa refusing to give up. They've been anything but intimidated today. And a leadoff double in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Well, they've had the right men in the right spot coming up here in the final inning. You've got your 3, 4, and 5 hitter coming up, and you can't ask for more than that. And right now, every man comes to the plate, the potential tying run.
And if we notice something, too, at the beginning of the inning, how they position all the outfielders. They put them back, saying make sure that nothing's hit over your head. You're going to give up to a base hit, make sure it's in front of you. That ball was hit down the line and hit well.
Clayton Wilson, he doubled in the 4th inning. strikes ahead on the count. 0-1. Tampa trying to become the first American team to win it since 1975 when Lakewood, New Jersey took home the championship.
Wow.
1 ball and 1 strike to count.
There's a couple that don't agree with that call. That's the catcher Quo and the pitcher Lee. They thought they nipped that outside corner.
Clocked that last pitch at 73 miles an hour. Good breaking pitch, and the count 1-2. Clayton Wilson, the cleanup hitter for Tampa, plays third base for them. Taiwan leading it 4-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Little lever back to Lee. Throw to first for the out there, and the runner tries to advance to third, and a great play made by Taiwan Low to save that one from getting away. Sheffield able to advance to third, but what a play by the third baseman.
Now this is a great play. The pitcher took his time. He saw where the runner was, looked him back, and then Sheffield goes to third. But look at the play by Lowe. He saves a run right there, short hopping while diving to make the stop.
Isn't that amazing? That was 2 great heads-up play on both the runner and the offense there.
Now Derek Bell comes to the plate. He has struck out twice today. 1 out, runner at third. 0-1. Been a very well played ball game.
Well, we've seen some super plays. I don't care if it's Little League or the World Series of Major League Baseball. There's been some great plays.
0-2 the count. Got him to chase a pitch outside.
You can almost sense his idea what he's trying to do. He's trying to give him something to take the sting out of the bat so he don't get the ball in the air to drive in that sacrifice fly.
No balls and 2 strikes to count. And he just does stay alive. 0-2 with 1 out. Bottom of the 6th and final regulation inning. 4-2, Taiwan leading it. Gary Sheffield at third base for Tampa. There he is. Derek Bell waiting on Lee, and the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball fielded at short. The runner coming home, and the throw home after the out at first. Out of time. Sheffield comes in to score after Wong, the shortstop, had made the play on Bell. That run belongs totally to Gary Sheffield.
It sure does, because he is heads up, and a good play by the shortstop Wong and a good play by the first baseman Cheng, and look at the slide right there.
So it's 4-3 with 2 out and the bases empty, and Greg Hornsby the batter. Greg Hornsby struck out, grounded out. 0 for 2. 0-1 the count. So for the 2nd year in a row, a close and exciting championship game. Last year they went 8 innings. Taiwan finally defeating Campbell, California. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Half swing and a miss.
It's awful hard, Al and Willie, to ask a youngster 11 or 12 years old, and that's the ages they have to be to play here, to be disciplined at this time of the game.
Well, I'll tell you what I've seen here is these kids, no matter whether they win or lose, have gained some tremendous amount of experience and joy and excitement.
They will never forget it. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out, and so Taiwan has won it again. But the kids from Tampa can be very proud. They went right down to the wire. The final score in the Little League World Series, the championship game. The 1980 title holders, the Taiwanese, as they beat Tampa 4-3. A very well-played ball game, Big D.
Well, it certainly was, Al. I'm just tickled to death that I was here to be a part of it. I know all these youngsters can walk away and they can all hold their heads high.
Willie, your first visit here, what memories will you go home with?
Fundamentals played a big part in it, and I was impressed with that.
That made the difference as Taiwan wins it again. Al Michaels for Don Drysdale and Willie Stargell saying so long from Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
Jim Palmer and Jack Arute, I'm Brent Musburger. You know, about a month ago, 7,000 Little League teams had a dream and knew now we are down to just 2 with a chance to fulfill it, and that is to win the Little League World Series championship here in South Williamsport. Let's show you how these 2 teams got here. And for the Japanese youngsters, it was the hard way. The Canadian ace, Jeff Duda, struck out a record 17. They went to the 8th inning. Saya Shushima beat out an infield hit. It was her 3rd hit of the game. And then Japan's Kenta Kamazuzaki lined one to right field. Yutaro Kawa dashed in with the winning run for Japan. For Toms River, New Jersey, it was first inning magic again. Gabe Gardner's 2-run homer gave them a 3-0 lead over Greenville, North Carolina. Gardner then with a defensive gem. And finally, Todd Frazier, their star, put it away, and it was 5-2 as R.J. Johansson went after the final out. And New Jersey remains the only unbeaten team here in South Williamsport. Now, a short time ago, we had a developing story with the Japanese team. Tsushima was out in center field warming up, and Saya collided with her shortstop and had to leave the field. And for a time, we weren't sure whether or not she could play. But after receiving ice, Saya, the first female to be here, Jim, since '94, is fine. She's going to play with the big guys here today. She's going to play a little hurt. And we should point out again, Saya is the first female, Jim, to ever play in the championship game.
Certainly is. And I'll tell you what, if you know about Japanese culture, the little girls over there, they do not play baseball. They play softball, they play golf, they play other sports. But the bottom line, this girl, and I guess the American vernacular, she got game. Great defensive player. You'll see her cut off this ball, pulling it to a single. And then as far as hitting, basic hit it back up the middle, even though she hit 2 home runs in the regional. So she's an outstanding player. She can run, she can field, and she can hit for average. All the things you need to do to be successful in any level of baseball.
You know, Jim, we always talk about experience being on the Far East side, but that's not true here today. It's on the U.S. side for a change.
Toms River, New Jersey, they were here in 1995, didn't get to the final, but Mike Gaynor, the coach this year, was the coach then. A lot of these kids didn't play that year, but they were here either to watch their friends or their older brothers. So a great player for them is Todd Frazier. He's their outstanding player. The numbers really speak for themselves, but he's been described as having a Huck Finn laugh and a smile, and also he's got the fearlessness of Mo Vaughn or Mark McGuire. Straight A student, point guard in basketball, and the quarterback, and I'll tell you what, a tremendous clutch player.
All Little League roads lead to South Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and our World Series final. Kashima now is the 10th Japanese team to reach the Little League World Series. They beat a team from Yokohama to arrive here. They're located about 60 miles northeast of Tokyo, and it is an industrial city, about 65,000. There you can see where it is in relation to Tokyo. Toms River, of course, we saw was near the shore over in New Jersey. And right now, let's check in with Jack Arute.
Well, Brent, you were talking about Todd Frazier and about the incredible game he's had in the march to the championship. But let's talk a little bit, Todd, about the game you have up in the compound there at the ping pong table.
Well, it's fun. It's just a fun game and just play hard.
Now, come on, you tell me that you are the king of ping pong.
Yeah, I beat a lot of kids. They're tough competition, but I usually beat them.
Well, Todd's going to lead his Big East team into championship form today, but one of the things we want to tell you about is the newest member of this team from Toms River. It happened at the Eastern Regionals in Bristol, Connecticut when they were there winning the championship. Well, all the team took a little time off and went to Lake Compounce, which is just a slider from Bristol's ESPN. They were over there, and the starting pitcher for today's game, Casey Gaynor, scored a white monkey by knocking down some milk cartons with what they say was a high, hard fastball. But in the march, from there to here. And this championship game, that white monkey that they carry in the dugout has turned from there into the proverbial 600-pound gorilla.
Is your computer running slowly? Does it take more than 3 seconds for your email to load? Are you frustrated with error messages, blue screens, computer freezes, and crashes? These are not only annoying, but can cause permanent damage to your computer. If you're experiencing any of these symptoms, your computer and your privacy may be at risk, because these are usually the telltale signs of a virus, and it can only get worse until you act. Get a free diagnosis at mycleanpc.com.
My Clean PC is outstanding, and my computer is running faster than ever.
My Clean PC came through with flying colors when no one else could.
My Clean PC totally cleaned up my system and increased my speed.
MyCleanPC.com can remove spyware, viruses, and infected emails, all speeding up your PC's performance. It offers all-in-one protection, and it's been downloaded by millions of users. Even if you have antivirus software, your computer could still be infected. Find out instantly with a free comprehensive diagnosis at mycleanpc.com.
John Mapes is 42. Mortgage, married, 2 great kids. He wants to protect his family with a $500,000 term life insurance policy. What do you think it'll cost him? $100 a month? 60? 40? Actually, none of the above. John can get a $500,000 policy from a highly rated insurer for under $25 a month. His secret? SelectQuote. SelectQuote is impartial. They'll search the pick of insurers like these to give you a choice of your best prices. SelectQuote has great savings on term life for women, too. John's wife, Carrie, can get a $500,000 policy for under $16 a month. SelectQuote has helped make term life insurance affordable for hundreds of thousands of people since 1985. How about you? Just call this number or visit SelectQuote.com.
Call 1-800-280-0261.
ESPN Sunday Night Baseball presented by Taco Bell. Major League Baseball's Game of the Week. Sundays at 8 on ESPN. Everybody watches on Sunday night.
What appears to be a record-breaking crowd here at Howard J. Lavity Stadium in South Williamsport, Pennsylvania on a warm Saturday afternoon. And as usual, Tom's River, the visiting team, they've been the visiting team for all 28 games. And there is the big right-hander who will oppose them. There they are defensively, Jim.
Yeah, Ishikawa, the shortstop, one of their outstanding defensive players, as is Furukawa. And not to mention Okawa behind the plate. So let's take a look at Shusima in center field. Again, that injury to her left wrist collided with the second baseman, but she appears to be all right as she catches the ball.
Everyone a volunteer. Umpires included, and it is quite an honor to be the plate umpire at the World Series Championship. Johnny Houston is our plate umpire today. He is from Marietta, Georgia. Kanyar is from Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. Tuck from Indianapolis. Stoop is from Round Hill, Virginia. Robinson from Laguna Niguel, California. And Ishmael Perez Vargas from Puerto Rico. Congratulations to all of them. They have done a wonderful job here this week. And we are set to go. And again, it will be Todd Frazier. He certainly is the best all-around player they've had. His brother, back in '95, was a member of that team from Tom's River that played here. And his brother is now the high school quarterback, and Todd Well could follow him.
He's driven in 9 runs. He's scored 9 runs.
Good strike zone, and that was a nice breaking ball right over the middle of the plate.
Yeah, I would be very surprised if Johnny Houston, the home plate umpire, does not have that ample strike zone we've seen all week.
Now watch the catcher frame the work of his pitcher. We have been watching Okawa all week long as he will get information for the dugout. He'll move outside. He'll move up and down. He'll throw the arms out wide. He's a very active catcher behind the plate. Hit deep for Frazier to left field. He's done it again. The Beast of the East roars early.
Fred, you talked about trying to get instant offense. You have your best hitter lead him off. They move inside. He looks back, and then just turns on this fastball, high fly ball. The fences here, 205, and you can see him get the pat head out, and he knows it's gone.
Todd Frazier's 4th home run of the Little League World Series. Scott Fisher, the left-handed hitter, steps in. He is their pitching ace. He'll be over at first base today. He is not eligible even in relief.
Let's take a look again at the home run. Right before the pitch, he looks where the catcher moves. He sees him move in because he moves early. Okawa in the international game would move. If you look back, you can tell where they're going to try to pitch it.
So a very positive start for the youngsters from New Jersey. The United States suffered a heartbreak last year. Mission Viejo went to the 6th inning against Guadalupe, Mexico with a lead and lost it as the youngsters from Guadalupe beat them in dramatic fashion. Now the U.S. jumps ahead again. So there are dimensions, Jimmy, and they have been hitting it out all week, haven't they?
Got the new aluminum bats with a vacuum in it, made of aluminum and scandium.
It is so discouraging for a starting pitcher at any level, but you can just imagine a 12-year-old giving up a leadoff home run. Now he has the count full here on Scott Fisher. Comes back with a walk, and normally in Little League Baseball, a walk will haunt you every time. Here is Gabe Gardner. He's quite a story. Jimmy didn't hit many home runs until the tournament started. He was just waiting for prime time.
He did not hit a home run through the entire year. None. And 9 home runs since he got to the regionals and here at the Little League World Series. And as you mentioned, in the opening 3-runner in the championship game, or actually the game to get here. And I'll tell you, he smoked it to center field. You can see that hedge in the background. The ball short hopped that hedge for 3 runs and a 3-run early lead on Thursday night.
Infield at normal depth with nobody out. The number 3 hitter up right now. Gardner steps out, and he's behind in the count now. A couple of strikes. There you can get a look. Kamatsuzaki is at third. Ishikawa, very fine shortstop. Furukawa, their best athlete, at second. And Sugaya is the first baseman for the Japanese youngsters.
Gabe Gardner, I had a chance to talk to him yesterday. I said, how come all this new power? He said, swing hard in case you hit it, and I've hit a lot. 9 home runs in the regionals here in the World Series.
Has to protect the plate with a couple of strikes and did not. 1 out. First out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the smallest cleanup hitter you'll ever see, Joey Franceschini. He is all of 4 foot 8.5 inches and 65 pounds of rockin' dynamite.
Tell you, one of the great lines, Jack Edwards and Harold Reynolds doing it for ESPN2 all week and did a terrific job. But one of his rituals, talking about little Joe, he does 100 push-ups. And Harold said, just imagine how small he'd be without the 100 push-ups.
Good save by the coach's son behind the plate, Tamayuki Okawa. Now, Yutaro Okawa is out in right field. They are not related.
The obvious key defensive positions in Little League, you need a pitcher that can throw strikes. You need a catcher that can block the ball. Also one that throws well, very mobile for the swinging bunts and the bunts.
There's Okawa.
And he has been in Little League 21 years.
And his son behind the plate.
Once again, his son doing a great job of blocking the ball. There's Mike Gaynor, coach of Tom's River, New Jersey.
Working at third base. Franceschini showing bunt again and bringing back and lining foul.
Well, he may be tiny, Brett, but he came in hitting 417, and once again, not a home run hitter. Most lineups he'd probably be leading off.
United States up a run on a leadoff home run, which was up too high. Tough target for a number 4 hitter. Joey again only 4 foot 8.5 inches. His nickname is Hoover. We assume that's because he is so good at picking up ground balls. Foul back. Lucky number he wears right on his back. Number 7. His pop is one of the East coaches back there in the dugout. Now you would think that Joe would be a little bit bigger. Now take a look over there at Papa, huh? He's got some growing to do. Full count. We got 2 on, 2 walks and a home run this inning. And that brings up Chris Gaynor.
The all-new Infinity M, featuring the world's first blind spot intervention system. This is inspired performance. This is the way of Infinity. It's your summer to shine. Visit the Infinity Limited Engagement Summer Event for our best offers of the year. Right now, you can lease an all-new Infinity M37 for $579 per month.
Series, August 10th through the 29th on ESPN, ESPN2, and ABC.
National Debt Report. If you have any type of debt, call now for a...
With Cox High-Speed Internet, you've got options. Consider your budget, choose your speed, and get connected to reliability and savings with Cox High-Speed Internet for as low as $19.99 a month. And no matter what package you choose, you'll get McAfee Security Suite and up to 10 email addresses absolutely free. Call 225-932-5448 and get Cox High-Speed Internet for as low as $19.99 a month for 6 months.
With over 800 games in HD, Cox Advanced TV turns your living room into a virtual stadium. With sports packages like MLB Extra Innings, NBA League Pass, and ESPN Game Plan. Plus ESPN360.com, giving you more than 3,500 live online sporting events free to Cox high-speed internet customers. And we've got up to 375 football games and highlights with NFL Replay on Demand. So get the best seat in the house with Cox.
He has been really a very big pitching surprise. I think I said, Chris, let me change that to Casey. Let me correct myself. This is Casey. His older brother, like Todd Frazier's, also was a member of that 95 Toms River squad. I can just imagine how excited the folks back in New Jersey are. It has been such a great uplifting story for that entire area. It's just wonderful to see these youngsters.
So after a home run and a couple of walks, Segata finally quickly finding the strike zone.
Casey would like to give himself a huge cushion here. 2 on, 1 out, up a run. And again, you've got to give manager Mike Gaynor an awful lot of credit for saying, no matter what happens, we want to be the visiting team. We must bat first. And it certainly has worked with great success.
And also, he's starting his son in the most important game of the year. I'll tell you, it is a tiny strike zone.
I take it this is not as large as some of the others you've been watching out here, Mr.
Not
Palmer.
all week. And, you know, normally Major League strike zone would be slightly below the belt and maybe just below the knees.
Segata needs strike, line drive, base hit. This will score a run. It's 2-0. Toms River, New Jersey. Casey Gaynor helps himself.
And with one swing of the bat, he doubles his RBI total for this Little League World Series. Youngest player in the tournament at only 11. Inside out, you don't get jammed with an aluminum bat. And good base running by Scott Fisher, because he's going to make sure the ball gets over the second baseman's head. And then as the speediest runner, he'll come around and score easily to make it 2-0.
Go to work. And still only 1 out with runners on the corner for Eric Campese, the right fielder for Toms River. 5'1", 111 pounds. Now Campese has struggled with the bat so far. He is 0 of 6. Let's check in with Jack Aru. Jack, nice to have you with us on this wonderful Saturday.
It's absolutely fantastic to be here. Brent, as you take a look at Eric Campese, you see the clear Lexan face mask that he has. That's the result of an injury that he sustained during the championship game when he was running to first. He had a very bloody nose, but he's
Look
back.
out, line drive, Jack. Let me interrupt you. 1 out. And alert base running over there on first base as Gaynor was not moving on the line drive. All right, Jack, go ahead with the rest of that story. Sorry to interrupt you there, partner.
It's over. That was it.
Jack, I know you better than that. It's never over.
And that's not a squeeze play, because in Little League Baseball, you cannot leave the base till the ball travels over home plate. So that was a safety squeeze.
Not 2 out. Johansson swinging bunt down to third base. Picked up by Kamazuzaki and can make a play. Bases loaded with 2 out for Jersey.
We're going to see all afternoon infielders, especially third and first, playing shallow because of this, the swinging bunt. Francicini at third base. He follows the third baseman in when he makes the play. As far as picking it up, he goes back to third base and loads the bases for Toms River, New Jersey.
And Brad Frank. And right away, a little strategy here, as a pinch hitter is going to step up to the plate. That does not mean that the number 9 hitter is out of the game. This is Chris Crawford, number 16.
Come on, don't let that first one go by. Jump on him, okay?
So manager Gaynor thinks that he can jump on the fastball. You heard what he explained to Crawford, but it also means that Brad Frank will be back behind the plate. You can come back in once. So Gaynor trying to get more than one here right away, and Crawford the pinch hitter. So again, this is not like the baseball rules that you are accustomed to watching or even using when you're playing in your various leagues. A starter can be substituted for once, and he can return to the lineup in his original spot. Here's Crawford. Takes a ball outside. Crawford's favorite athlete is a pretty good one. Ken Griffey Jr., Mr. Palmer.
Certainly is. Bases full of New Jerseyans.
Wild pitch up high. Throw him not in time. It's 2-0 as Francischini slides home.
Real good base running. We saw it on the play before. The minute the ball gets by, and the minute the ball goes by home plate, you can take your lead. And little Joe comes down the line when he sees the ball get by Okawa, and he will make it 3-0.
Runners on second and third now for Crawford. And he walks. That is the third walk of the inning. And Brad Frank is now up. And we're going to have a conference here, Jim.
I think they may be making a pitching change, but I'll tell you a lot of this is because the strike zone is extremely small. And Cato, the left fielder, who is their number 2 pitcher, will come in and do the pitching from the team for Kamshima.
The left fielder, number 20, is going to the pitcher, and pitcher's going left field.
Takashi Kato is the new pitcher for Japan. He is one of their better pitchers throughout the tournament, although he has not worked much here in South Williamsport. With the bases loaded and 2 out, here's Brad Frank. A chance to do even more damage as it is 3-0 New Jersey in the top of the first.
And what a series he's having, hitting 6 for 10 with 3 RBIs. It's like having one of your second leadoff men.
We can see the bases are full. Gaynor, Johansson, and Crawford on. Jim, this is one of the tightest strike zones we have seen all week long.
And in the first game that the East played, there was a very tight strike zone, and that game was 13-9, a game that Casey Gaynor pitched in. Give you an idea, as Brad Frank gets in, the strike zone is in the major leagues right here. I mean, the strike zone should be from right about here to right about here, and we haven't seen that. And there's your perfect example. Oh, there, late strike. A little Joe Brinkman, American League umpire that will call the strikes, but a little late.
And finally, and it couldn't end quickly enough for the youngsters from Japan as New Jersey erupts for 3 runs. Todd Frazier opens the game with a home run.
I'm Montel Williams. Would an extra $1,000 come in handy right now? Then I'd like to talk to you about Money Mutual. It's your trusted source to over 60 lenders to get you up to $1,000 fast. That big medical bill? Paid. The car? Fixed. Breathing room till payday? Done. Just be 18 or older and have a regular income of at least $800 a month. No credit score required. Need cash tomorrow? Go to moneymutual.com today.
John Mapes is 42. Mortgage, married, 2 great kids. He wants to protect his family with a $500,000 term life insurance policy. What do you think it'll cost him? $100 a month? 60? 40? Actually, none of the above. John can get a $500,000 policy from a highly rated insurer for under $25 a month. His secret? SelectQuote. SelectQuote is impartial. They'll search the pick of insurers like these to give you a choice of your best prices. SelectQuote has great savings on term life for women, too. John's wife, Carrie, can get a $500,000 policy for under $16 a month. SelectQuote has helped make term life insurance affordable for hundreds of thousands of people since 1985. How about you? Just call this number or visit SelectQuote.com.
Call 1-800-280-0261.
ESPN Sunday Night Baseball presented by Taco Bell. Major League Baseball's Game of the Week. Sundays at 8 on ESPN. Everybody watches on Sunday night.
A very good defensive club on the way through the regionals when they won 18 and lost 5. They talked about the fact that defense is their #1 priority, and very good up the middle. Frazier, Little Joe at second, and then Crawford will take the place of Mike Bellostock, who had an irritation with his contact lens, which is probably why Crawford who actually pinch hit for him, the 8th hitter. And the understanding that we get is that he took himself out of the game. And I mean, talk about subjugating your ego, but the right to come back in that position later in the ballgame. So we'll take a look at Casey Gaynor, as we mentioned, 11 years old. There's his fastball. That's what we call a 2-seam. Curveball. Try to get that middle finger on a seam to pull down. And the one thing that Casey Gaynor has been able to do is throw strikes. He's pitched 11 innings. He's given up 16 hits because he's not overpowering. He struck out 8 and only 1 walk.
So Gaynor ready against his counterpart from Japan, Takashi Kato. Has a big target behind the plate in Frank. Now that strike zone looked a little changed from the top of this inning. Slow on the swing, and again, Gaynor's shortstop is Frazier. Little League Baseball with the Japanese fans here and all their garb as they have been all week. 1 out.
I talked to the manager of the Toms Rivers team, Mike Gaynor, Casey's dad, and I said, why Casey? He said, first of all, it's his rotation. Number 2, he's 10-1. And number 3, he will throw from different arm angles. 1 at 12 o'clock, 1 at 11 o'clock, and occasionally drop down. So the Japanese team is going to see a lot of different arm angles today and a lot of slow curveballs.
Coach's son against coach's son right here.
Okawa, an awfully good hitter, 5 for 12.
Bluffs the bunt. Lots of Little League teams will attack with the bunt if they have trouble against the pitcher. We saw that last year, certainly, with Guadalupe.
And once again, look at your third baseman. Gardner playing very shallow at third. And one thing, if you're watching at home and you're playing Little League, if you're going to try to take a pitch, take your normal stance. The umpire not getting a perfect perception of where the strike zone was.
Took a long look at his dad. Missed on that bunt.
Matter of fact, I'm a little bit surprised that we look at the first baseman, Scott Fisher. He's not playing very shallow. He plays behind first base, which is unusual.
Got him. And it's 2 Ks in a row for Gaynor.
Baseball can be a game of momentum. You put 3 on the board. You like to get out there. You go 3-0, and you come back and throw 3 consecutive strikes. The last one, a fastball. It looks like it catches the outside corner. Brad Frank makes a nice job of framing it, bringing it back over the plate.
Furukawa swings and misses. Now here is the best athlete on Kashima's team. He was the #1 pitcher. He won their opener against Latin America, then pitched all 8 innings against Canada. Nails one. Goodbye. Furukawa, his 3rd home run. Batting around .450 this week. Makes it a 3-1 game.
You bring up a great point. Best athlete. Handshakes, and we've seen a very animated Japanese team this week. Furukawa struck out 4 times in the international game because Jeff Duda threw about 71 miles per hour. Here's a curveball. Here's a home run. And you can see right there, he knew it was gone.
The #4 hitter, Tatsuya Sagata. He, of course, was the starting pitcher and now the left fielder.
And he is their home run star. 1 home run here at the Little League World Series, but hit another 7 in the regional.
Gaynor in New Jersey leading Japan 3-1, bottom of the 1st inning. 6 innings regulation, and we've had games go as long as 11 innings, 3 hours and 11 minutes, the longest game in World Series history earlier this week. Change. Deep to center. Goodbye. It's 3-2. Back-to-back home runs. Furukawa and now Sugata. What was it our stage manager said? Japan was toast?
Well, I don't know. They're toasting that berm out there in left center field. Another breaking ball, another home run.
Look at the great smile on Sagata's face. He said, that'll make up for those walks I had in the 1st inning, or at least one of them. This is Yutaro Okawa, no relation to the catcher. He's the right fielder. New Jersey's lead down to a run now. Oh, got him in the head. Shakes it off and trots to first base. Sounded worse than it was, obviously.
And once again, the important thing about Little League Baseball is that you have a lot of safety precautions, and one of them is the helmet. They've had that since the middle 60s, and right there saves a serious injury. Fastball, it runs away, runs in, gets him right in the flap. You go back early 60s, he did not have that flap.
You're throwing good. You start hitting the spots a little bit more. Break it up. Okay, hey, you feel all right? Okay, we need 6 out of you. Let's go.
But keep in mind that Frazier can pitch today. The shortstop can come in for New Jersey. He is eligible today, and here's one of the great stories of the week. Saya Shishimi, only the 6th girl to play in the World Series and the first to make it to the championship, fouls the first pitch away. And if you weren't with us at the top of the day, she collided with an infielder, went down and injured her left hand. Received ice, came back, and now she swings through a pitch, and it's 0-2.
Very compact swing. And once again, girls do not play hardball in Japan, mostly softball. You go back to that international game. She got an infield hit that set up the game-winning base hit as they went on to win 3-2, but a curveball that everybody else swung and missed, she fouled off and allowed her to stay at the plate.
And that'll do it as Saya goes down swinging. 3 strikeouts that inning for Gaynor.
Is your computer running slowly? Does it take more than 3 seconds for your email to load? Are you frustrated with error messages, blue screens, computer freezes, and crashes? These are not only annoying, but can cause permanent damage to your computer. If you're experiencing any of these symptoms, your computer and your privacy may be at risk, because these are usually the telltale signs of a virus, and it can only get worse until you act. Get a free diagnosis at mycleanpc.com.
My Clean PC is outstanding, and my computer is running faster than ever.
My Clean PC came through with flying colors when no one else could.
My Clean PC totally cleaned up my system and increased my speed.
MyCleanPC.com can remove spyware, viruses, and infected emails, all speeding up your PC's performance. It offers all-in-one protection, and it's been downloaded by millions of users. Even if you have antivirus software, your computer could still be infected. Find out instantly with a free comprehensive diagnosis at MyCleanPC.com.
Every 60 seconds, someone, somewhere, is making the switch to Tempur-Pedic. Now, it's your turn. Call now for your free information kit, including a Tempur material sample, along with a DVD and catalog. Traditional mattresses use metal springs that can cause pressure points, causing you to toss and turn. Only the Tempur-Pedic mattress automatically adjusts to your body while keeping your spine in perfect alignment. Plus, because Tempur-Pedic doesn't transfer motion, you won't disturb your partner when you get out of bed or shift positions. Best of all, Tempur-Pedic will let you sleep on one of their sleep systems for an incredible 90 nights before you make your purchase decision. If you want the ultimate in comfort, if you wish to get more sleep but can't, it's time you make the switch to Tempur-Pedic.
Call 1-800-370-4623 for your free information kit. That's 1-800-370-4623. Call today.
Have had already in this Little League World Series game 3 home runs. Folks, I want you to listen to the sound of aluminum. Check these 3 out. Mr. Palmer, as a former pitcher, you got to be very lucky you never had to face metal up in the bigs, kid.
That got me allergic. I went to Japan in 1971, and Sadahara was hitting with an aluminum bat. Way, obviously a long time ago. But I'll tell you what, if you had aluminum bats in the major leagues, you'd have a priest on the bench to issue last rites.
Now,
for
one
pitchers.
other thing. Did Sadahara take you deep?
Oh, yeah, but not with an aluminum bat. He didn't need one of those.
So we're in the bottom of the second inning. The East from New Jersey leading the team from Japan 3-2. Kenta Kamatsuzaki, the third baseman, swinging and missing here, and the count is 1-1. Casey Gaynor on the mound here. The youngsters from Times River hit in the air, deep to left center, falls in against the wall. And it is a leadoff double for Kamatsuzaki.
Game-winning hit in the international game to get him here. And right here, Casey Gaynor ahead, high fastball. Got that aluminum bat going and unable to run it down in left field. And they'll hold him to a double.
Here's first baseman Sagaya. Shows bunt, fouled it off.
Hey, one thing, if we look at this defense, Gabe Gardner better pay attention because this is a bunt situation. You can see him right here playing very deep. You'd like to see him move in. That's where most third basemen are playing. So again, you get to third base, might be able to score on a pass ball.
Line drive, got through the hole, but the runner will not be able to come on in. And Japan with runners at the corner and nobody out, and the 9-hitter up.
Well, I take it back right here. Gabe Gardner's playing in. He might get hurt. High fastball lined into left field.
And Kazuki Ishikawa, the shortstop, takes the first pitch low, and it is 1 ball, and the tying run is on at third for Japan. Here's a youngster who likes to watch those big fellas, those sumo wrestlers. He probably thought, looking at the Canadian catcher, that he was looking at a future sumo wrestler. That's the biggest youngster I've ever seen here in South Williamsport.
Brett, they had 4 of them. They had a couple of players that weigh more than I do. Largest team from Langley, British Columbia.
Those youngsters had a heck of a week here. Ground ball, holds the runner, second high, throws it away on the air, and the game is tied at 3. Runner will try to get to third. The throw is safe, gets away for the dugout, alertly backed up. Throw home, got him! A beautiful play by R.J. Johansson, the left fielder, who came dashing in to back up third base and saved the day for New Jersey. Wonderful defensive play by R.J.
Oh, it doesn't get any better than this. You can see the throw by R.J. right there. Brad Frank, big block at the plate in the middle of the week to save a game. And the runner all the way to third on the misplays.
Alert running by Ishikawa, Jim. You mentioned over at third base. He just kept on coming as the play was being made. So the go-ahead run on at third with 1 out, fouled away by Kano.
See, right here, Gabe Gardner's going to do everything right. He holds the runner at third, but then throws it away. Nice play by Brad Frank behind the plate.
Boy, that was a great play by the left fielder. You seldom see a left fielder that alert.
I'll tell you, the only time I've seen it in Major League Baseball is as the guy goes down on strikes is when Eddie Stanky managed the White Sox. Ken Berry. The well-coached team. Mike Gaynor. You're not happy again. You're throwing the ball away twice. But right here, fundamental baseball. Left fielder backs up. You get the big out. And you get an even bigger out on the last strikeout.
Now here comes the manager's son, Tamayuki Okawa, the catcher. That was the 4th strikeout of the game for Casey Gaynor. Again, the lead run on at third. New Jersey jumped ahead 3-0 in the top of the first. Back-to-back home runs for Japan made it 3-2, and now they have tied it on the air. Here's a pop behind third, and it is caught. And Frazier, the shortstop, says, you got to be careful, Gabe, making that play. That's my ball when I come over behind you to the line.
I'm a Wrangler guy. Always have been, always will be.
Wrangler 5-star premium denim jeans. For long-lasting comfort, the right choice is Wrangler.
Wrangler. Real, comfortable jeans.
Closed captioning for selected programming is brought to you by Skechers.
Shoe technology revolutionized, featuring Skechers Shape-Ups technology to help you maximize your workout. Run less, get more. Skechers Resistance Runner.
Sometimes you just gotta step into the bull ring. When engines fire and tempers flare at this half mile, you could be trading more than just stories.
The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series at Bristol, Saturday at 7:30 Eastern on ABC.
National Debt Report. If you have any type of debt, call now for a free debt report.
Are you knee-deep in debt? Do you have $10,000 or more in unsecured debt?
There are laws in place which may allow us to lower your debt up to 70%.
I was in debt up to here. I made one easy phone call and they cut my monthly payments in half. I'm finally debt-free.
Credit card bills, medical bills, repos, any type of unsecured debt.
This is your opportunity to be debt-free.
Take back control of your life. Become completely debt-free in months.
They set me up with an affordable payment plan. So instead of paying $700 per month, I now only pay $250. They made it so easy.
There are laws in place which may allow us to lower your debt up to 70%.
Call now. We can lower your payments today.
This opportunity will not last. If you have any type of debt, call now for a free debt report.
Call 1-800-231-2076.
Japanese baseball was born in 1873, and the one thing they have always preached is togetherness. Listen to these youngsters in the dugout. They practice with precision. Their drills are crisp. And they get home runs at the right time, like Furukawa. Back in the first inning, it was 3-0, 2 out after 2 strikeouts, and he put Japan on the board. And right after that, Sagata made it 3-2. And they'll be coming up again here, Jim.
Tom Gannon will come in to play left for the Toms River, New Jersey team. Japan 12-1 in the regionals, and they outscored the opposition 135 runs to 36.
Number 15, Tetsuya Furukawa, playing second base.
Furukawa, 4 strikeouts against the hard-throwing Jeff Duda. You throw a little bit softer like Casey Gaynor, a little harder to get him out. Jeff Duda, pitching for British Columbia, set an all-time record, 17 strikeouts in the International League Championship game.
High behind the plate, down the third base line, got a play on it, and couldn't make it. Lost it up in the high sky.
Well, almost if you're a catcher, the ball is going to come back to you. If you're a third baseman, you try to get the angle. The backspin on the ball is probably going to bring it back towards the field. Gabe Gardner overruns it.
And Furukawa makes the most of his second chance. His second home run of the game. And against him, you must not give him a second chance. Japan leads it 4-3. Furukawa's 4th home run of the week.
We talked about Todd Frazier being the best athlete on the United States team. Furukawa, he's good because he's strong. He's the best pitcher. He's the quickest and fastest of the runners. And he can hit home runs with the best of them.
Here's Sagata. He homered back in the first 2.
Curveball in the middle of the plate, and you know it's gone. Over the back fence, onto the hillside.
Up the middle, base hit. Six hits apiece. Japan leading New Jersey 4-3. And the New Jersey youngsters with their heads down for the first time, perhaps all week a little bit here. Okawa, the right fielder.
One thing about Casey Gaynor, they started him because it was his place in the rotation. He was also 10-1, but a lot of innings for an 11-year-old youngster.
It's interesting, since pool play was started, and that was back in the mid-'80s, I believe, back here, about 86, something like that. But since then, no team with a loss has won the championship. Sort of an interesting statistic. But right now, Japan, which was beaten by Canada before they came back in the title game, they have lost once here this week, whereas New Jersey is unbeaten. No unbeaten teams ever lost that title. So we're told that pool play began in '92, not in '86. I guess in '86 they did the 2 brackets. They switched to the United States and the international bracket.
The admirable thing to me, Brett, when I look at Casey Gaynor, is that a lot of times you have fear of contact when you start getting hit around. He has yet to walk anybody.
Tsushima up for the second time. She struck out back in the first. Oh, you got to pull for her, don't you? Ground ball to third. Force at second.
Gabe Gardner a little bit tentative after the throwing error just last inning. He'll make a nice play to get to this ball. Tsushima hits a grounder. He'll catch it, but he's going to Been a couple of crow steps and then a very soft toss. But they get the lead runner at second base for the second out.
Kamachizaki, been a clutch hitter. Not this time. Frazier puts him away. But not before Furukawa.
Attention drivers, has your manufacturer's warranty expired or is it about to expire? How will you pay the hundreds, even thousands of dollars needed to get your car back on the road? Quick Cash 123 is here to help you with your financial needs. If your vehicle is less than 15 years old and has less than 200,000 miles on it, then we may still be able to offer you repair protection. Call now and we will connect you with one of our preferred extended protection providers. You choose the coverage and we'll tailor a plan to fit your budget.
There's no obligation. Call 800-402-7117 now.
Our power trips to D.C. are a family affair. And the energy here is just electric. From spy games and surprising places to master chefs and masterpieces. The power in D.C. really does belong to you. Create your own power trip.
My power trips to D.C. are always a weekend thing. We get started with a little spring and grab some inspiration at Eastern Market and head up to U Street. The whole world comes here. Old friends like Marvin Gaye and the Duke, and new ones too. So come on, create your own power trip.
ABC, Tuesday, September 21st. This is homicide.
I love this city.
ABC's Detroit 187. Series premiere Tuesday, September 21st on ABC.
The Little League World Series, August 10th through the 29th on ESPN, ESPN2, and ABC.
One of the things I love about Jack Arute is he always goes to the side that's ahead. Jack?
Well, Brent, one of the great things about the parents and the players from Japan is this is their first visit ever to the United States for most of them. So what did Williamsport do? Well, they developed their very own program for the Japanese. All in Japanese. I couldn't tell you what it says, Brent.
That's great. And here comes Todd Frazier with a home run and a single already here, Jim.
Take a look what he's done. Home run in the first inning. They put him on the board 1-0. Home run swing, but hits it right on the nose for a single up the middle. So 2 for 2. He's now 7 for 13. He's walked 7 times. On base percentage over 70% of the time. And his nickname is Thunder. And they need some.
Kato has come on in relief, and he has pitched very well for Japan. 4 strikeouts. He's retired the last 4 New Jersey hitters. Top of the order up for Tom's River. Down a run. 4-3.
We talked earlier having your best hitters at the top of the lineup. Mike Gaynor saying, I want to turn that lineup over as much as I can. Let's see if he looks back like he did in the first inning. We'll see where Okawa moves.
Up the middle, off Kato, base hit. Kato trying to shake it off. He was struck in the right foot. Reaches down now with his hand as Frazier lines his 3rd hit of the game off the pitcher's leg. It was a rocket.
Let's talk about, you talk about some bat speed. Hits him right on the outside of the right foot. Great power to right field, up the middle. This ball bounced high over the shortstop's head into left field for a single.
Now here's Scott Fisher. Fisher has walked and struck out. The first baseman in on him. Tying run at first. It's a wild one for the Little League World Series title.
Well, their best pitcher can hit. This ball is crushed. I think most people sitting on the hillside here thought they'd have a good view, not a souvenir.
Here's Gabe Gardner, the third baseman. New Jersey 5, Japan 4. Check swing foul.
Well, 1927, they would have called that a Ruthian clout.
Today it's a McGuire blast. Mom is happy about that. It's Rose's cooking that did it. No question about it. Come on, Gabe.
Yeah, let's take a look at Okawa behind the plate. He's going to try to pound his glove to give the hitter a false impression that he's moving up and in or low and away.
You know, it's it doesn't matter which team you're on. When you see a little leaguer having a tough day and Gabe's having, you just automatically pull for him to, do something positive. Make it feel better. Not his day.
Well, at least to this point. And once again, how did you get here? 3-run home run in the game on Thursday to beat the team from North Carolina. Struggling a little bit with the glove, but I'll tell you what, this is a team game, and the whole nature of baseball is you pick each other up. Sometimes it's a team game comprised of individual performance. Scott Fisher picked up Gardner to this point with that 2-run home run.
Francis Keeney back up for the third time. Cotto, 5 strikeouts. But he surrendered that home run to Fisher. The strategy that might be the difference in the game is the fact that Frazier and Fisher, the best 2 hitters on the New Jersey side, bat 1-2, looking for an extra at bat perhaps later in this game. We'll see how it unfolds. That's been manager Gaynor's strategy all along. Right to the first baseman, and off his glove. Francis Keeney's going to go to second, makes it standing up.
Good base runners come out of the box thinking, I'm going to get as far as I can. It'll probably be scored as an error, but he's thinking double all the way. Terrific base running, heads up with 2 outs to get into scoring position. And that brings up Casey Gaynor, who not only pitching 2 for 2 singles.
Casey ready, back in the lead, lines one deep, center field, gone! The beast is roaring again. You just can't stop these kids from Jersey.
Every 60 seconds, someone, somewhere is making the switch to Tempur-Pedic. Now it's your turn. Call now for your free information kit, including a Tempur material sample, along with a DVD and catalog. Traditional mattresses use metal springs that can cause pressure points, causing you to toss and turn. Only the Tempur-Pedic mattress automatically adjusts to your body while keeping your spine in perfect alignment. Plus, because Tempur-Pedic doesn't transfer motion, you won't disturb your partner when you get out of bed or shift positions. Best of all, Tempur-Pedic will let you sleep on one of their sleep systems for an incredible 90 nights before you make your purchase decision. If you want the ultimate in comfort, if you wish to get more sleep but can't, it's time you make the switch to Tempur-Pedic.
Call 1-800-370-4623 for your free information kit. That's 1-800-370-4623. Call today.
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, call now to get the new talking meter. These new meters are more accurate, they're easier to use, and the best news is you don't have to prick your fingers anymore. Arriva makes it simple. They bill Medicare directly. There are no upfront costs, and they deliver your supplies right to your door for free.
For more information, call 1-800-264-8917.
NASCAR Nationwide Series at Bristol, Friday at 7 Eastern on ESPN.
Eric Campese. And the ump going to adjust a little strap there.
High breaking ball, and this ball smoked. Okay, now the beast, he's got some pretty good hands there.
Oh, yeah. His favorite team with 8 dingers this week. And 3 of them coming right here in the biggest game of all in South Williamsport. Giving them a 3-run lead, 7-4. Campese's chin strap been adjusted by the ump. He helped out. So the crowd of 41,200 gives them a record this week of 201,533. Look at them packed in here. If you're a Little League fan, you got to make this trip at least once.
It really doesn't get any better than this. I mean, baseball at its most innocence. A couple of dollars for parking, unless you find a parking spot around South Williamsport.
So many volunteers give so much of their time. We focus on the managers, of course, 2 fathers who are down here, but just think of all the hours across the country, all of those great volunteers who make this program work for the children. In the air, playable. Ishikawa makes the put out.
Six home runs. Here we only have 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Brett, you'd get the idea that the team that bats last has got a good chance. Comebacks all week long. Canada scored 4 runs to tie it in their ball game, eventually losing to Japan in the international game.
Tommy Gannon, his first at bat, went in to play the outfield. Two out now, nobody on. New Jersey 7 and Japan 4 on a wonderful Saturday here at the Little League World Series.
And this is Tommy Gannon's first AB here at the Little League World Series. Mike Gaynor said, listen, we let everybody play.
That's great.
I most likely will not take out Scott Fisher or Todd Frazier, but everybody else. Let me correct myself. This is his 6th at bat here.
First at bat today, though, Jimmy.
Exactly.
So you were, I gave you credit.
I'm looking at an earlier box score.
Hey.
There's Todd Frazier. Pretty good afternoon. Scott Fisher, who terrific game on Thursday night.
And a big home run here in the 4th inning. We're in the top of the 4th again. Regulation in Little League play. 6 innings. There's a man who's been here. It's very unusual for a manager in Little League baseball to get a second chance with an all-star team, yet the youngsters from Toms River have given him that opportunity. And that'll do it, but not before Toms River, New Jersey puts a 4 spot on the board.
Do you have an idea for an invention or a new product? Bill Schaefer, co-inventor of the Splash Wash, did. He came up with the idea while watching his children play. InventHelp submitted his idea to Whammo, makers of toys like the Frisbee and the Hula Hoop. Hi, I'm Clarence McGee, the sales director of InventHelp. To find out how we can help you try to submit your idea to companies, call for your free information. Bill Schaefer made a financial gain with his invention. Bill's experience is not typical, and most inventions are not successful.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-635-2004.
The Little League World Series, August 10th through the 29th.
National Debt Report. If you have any type of debt, call now for a free debt report.
Are you knee-deep in debt? Do you have 10,000 or more in unsecured debt?
There are laws in place which may allow us to lower your debt up to 70%.
I was in debt up to here. I made one easy phone call and they cut my monthly payments in half. I'm finally debt-free.
Credit card bills, medical bills, repos, any type of unsecured debt.
This is your opportunity to be debt-free.
Take back control of your life. Become completely debt-free in months.
They set me up with an affordable payment plan. So instead of paying $700 per month, I now only pay $250. They made it so easy.
There are laws in place which may allow us to lower your debt up to 70%.
Call now. We can lower your payments today.
This opportunity will not last. If you have any type of debt, call now for a free debt report.
Call 1-800-231-2076.
Welcome back with New Jersey leading Japan 7-4. We've had 6 home runs, and the lead has been swinging on home runs. Todd Frazier, the leadoff hitter, powered New Jersey ahead 1-0. But Furukawa's second home run of the game in the third put Japan up 4-3, and we weren't finished. Scott Fisher launched one in the fourth, and it was 5-4. It is now 7-4. We are in the top of the 5th inning. So we've got a couple of defensive changes out here.
Ikeda will come in and play left field.
And Sugata.
Yeah, Sugata, who started the game as a pitcher, went to left field, now goes and plays first base. Pretty big target. He's their biggest player, biggest and heaviest. Almost 5'7".
That's a change for
Chris Cardone comes up as a pinch hitter. He replaces Crawford. So the 8 and 9 hitters due up here. For the youngsters from New Jersey who are 2 innings away from a lifetime dream come true. Can they hang on? Deep, they're gone! Home run number 7. Pinch hitter Chris Cardone. Don't tell me they're juicing the Little League ball too. Wait a minute. They say go back and make sure that you touch that base. That's it. Now come on around. What a great moment for him.
Yeah, you're 1 for 10. I can see very easily when you're flying high, you hit a home run, how you fly right over second. So Shima, she said one of her highlights is to catch a ball and go through the wall or come off it. Unable to come up with that one. 8-4, the United States.
And Frazier leads the cheerleaders out of the dugout, with Brad Frank up and New Jersey leading by 4 runs now. Remember a year ago, Mission Viejo holding a lead going into the 6th inning, and Guadalupe, Mexico rallied for the win. So never over till it's over, especially in Little League baseball. Looks like a catcher, doesn't he? I mean, look at it.
Well, his nickname is Wheels because he can't run very well. In fact, I was talking to his mom. I said, tell me about Wheels. Another nickname is Muscles. Apparently, he's bigger than he is strong, even though he's done a terrific job behind the plate. She said, I never heard of those nicknames.
I think he's great. Stands up there like the big leaguers he watches. See that toe, left toe, watch him point it in. 2-2.
And if you look at that left toe, the theory beyond that, Brett, of course, is I'm going to keep the front shoulder, my front left hip, if I'm right-handed, and my knee towards the plate. Unfortunately, that foot doesn't always stay in there. Watch him open up.
Ishikawa, long throw, and makes a nice play.
Medicare. It doesn't cover everything, and what it doesn't cover can cost you some money. That's why you should consider an AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plan insured by United Healthcare Insurance Company. All Medicare supplement insurance plans can help pay some of what Medicare doesn't, so you could save thousands of dollars in out-of-pocket expenses. Call now for this free information kit and Medicare guide. If you're turning 65 or you're already on Medicare, you should know about this card. It's the only one of its kind endorsed by AARP. See if it's right for you. All Medicare supplement plans let you keep your own doctor or hospital that accepts Medicare. There are no networks and no referrals needed. Help protect yourself from some of what Medicare doesn't pay and save up to thousands of dollars in potential out-of-pocket expenses with an AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plan insured by United Healthcare Insurance Company. Call this toll-free number on your screen now for this free information kit, including this Medicare guide and customized rate quote.
Do you want to own a brand new HP, Dell, or other name brand computer and improve your credit at the same time? If so, Tronics Country says you're approved, guaranteed.
I wanted a new computer, but I couldn't get financed. Then I called Tronics Country. They approved me, delivered my new computer, and are reporting on my credit.
If you have an active checking account and can afford low, flexible payments, you're already approved, guaranteed, for this special offer. There's no credit check, so you won't be turned down.
Tronics Country approved me quickly.
I got instant approval, and it was easy.
Their flexible payment plans made it easy on my budget. And my kids are getting ahead in school.
I started my own business, and now I'm my own boss.
Call now, and with your paid order, we'll add a free color printer, free MP3 music player, and free LCD TV. You heard right. Free printer, free MP3 player, and free LCD TV. Call now and tell us where you want your brand new computer and free gifts shipped today.
I'm glad I called.
It's ESPN Sunday, ABC Monday. Into left center, falls in for a base hit. And hustling in for a double is Todd Frazier. Frazier hustles in with his 4th hit of the game. 2 singles, a home run, and now a double.
And he just airs it out. He knows the ball's going to drop in left center field.
Look who's up again. Powerful Scott Fisher. It's 8-4 New Jersey with 1 out. And this the most runs scored by the United States, as you could see, since the mid-60s. And Fisher will try to break that record right here.
I just wish the people at home watching today would have had a chance to see Scott Fisher in that curveball, the way he pitched on Thursday night to get him to the championship game.
He was going for it. That upstairs pitch.
There at the Little League level, they will try to sometimes, from second base, steal signs. In other words, tell you what's coming. Let's see if Todd Frazier gives any indication of doing that.
Got a full count now with one out, the runner on at second base. Well, if anybody can pick anything up, it'd be this young man right here. He's got athletic awareness all over the place. There's nothing that he cannot do. Now we've got first and second. And Gabe Gardner.
So as you mentioned, Gabe Gardner, it's been a little bit of a struggle, but you can see the numbers. A couple of home runs, 5 RBIs to get him to this game. Big 3-run home run against the team from North Carolina on Thursday, and a chance to do some damage.
Only one out. Frazier out at second. Scott Fisher is on at first. Cotter ready again. Got him on that high pitch. That's 6 strikeouts. And here's Franceschini. Jackaroo, what do you got, my friend?
Well, Brent, you said that Franceschini's nickname is Hoover. He's got another one. Listen to this one. Teeny weeny fettuccine Franceschini.
Oh, he better not hear what you just said. That's one he definitely doesn't like. You know, it's interesting. I read an article that Tom's River, with enough youngsters for 2 leagues, they split it according to the alphabet. Obviously, in looking at this lineup, Gaynor, Franceschini, Fisher, we're at the bottom of the alphabet.
It's
right?
A to J. Johansson is the top of the alphabet.
Out of play.
It just tells you the quality of baseball. They talk about they're building a facility. They have 7 manicured field. They're building a facility with 3 batting cages, 2 pitching mounds for the winter months in New Jersey.
Mark and Al Leiter were born in Toms River, but I was told they did not play in this particular little league. But there is a relief pitcher out in Colorado who did play.
Yeah, Jerry DiPoto. Former Met, former Indian, I think now with the Rockies, as you mentioned.
I'll bet he's hoping that the youngsters from his hometown and his league can get it done here. 8-4, they're ahead. Tough target for a cleanup hitter, little Joey.
Well, a little Joey right there, what he does, he ducks the curveball. If he stands upright, that's going to be called a strike. But he just made it very tough for home plate Johnny Houston to call that a strike as he ducked.
All of 4 foot 8.5 inches.
Couldn't duck that one.
I'd say. And that'll do it.
It begins with a brushstroke, a simple yet powerful line, uniting engineering and emotion, connecting driver to road. The Infiniti G Sedan. This is inspired performance. This is the way of Infiniti. It's your summer to shine. Visit the Infiniti Limited Engagement Summer Event for our best offers of the year, where right now you can lease an Infiniti G Sedan for $319 per month.
If you owe more than $5,000 in credit card debt, medical bills, or if you're just struggling to make ends meet during these tough economic times, you may be eligible to reduce your debt by as much as 60%. Call now and talk to one of our nationally certified counselors to see if you qualify. They'll help build a plan where you can save thousands, avoid high interest or foreclosure, and settle your debt for much less than you owe with one low monthly payment.
Quick Cash saved my family so much money. They helped us rebuild our credit and get our lives back on track.
Creditors stopped harassing me immediately. Now, I live my life on my terms.
Call the number on your screen now. It only takes a few minutes for our experts to find the program that fits you or your family best. We can help you set up a payoff plan with your existing creditors, lower your interest rates, and eliminate late payment fees and past penalties. Start living your life on your terms and end your debt for good.
Call 800-402-7101 now.
Yankee Stadium is next. That's right. These two teams have accepted the Yankees' invitation to attend a game tomorrow between the Yankees and Seattle, and won't that be a big deal? And then, of course, they're looking forward to that parade back down there in Toms River. I could just hear the firemen and everybody getting ready now to give these youngsters a huge celebration regardless of what happens, as Johansson re-enters the game, and he'll be out there in center field. Remember, he made a nice play the other day to knock out North Carolina youngsters, and coming on to left field to be Cardone. He had a great moment with that pinch hit home run, and now it is up to Gaynor, Jim.
And we've mentioned all afternoon, youngest player in the Little League World Series, and does his dad, you might think it's nepotism, you start your son, but the key at any level, whether it's Little League or Major League Baseball, know your personnel. And they've gone 22-5 through the regionals, Little League World Series, undefeated up here. Casey has bent, but he's never collapsed. He's a control pitcher, not overpowering. I'll tell you got to think that he's going to get a lot better and a lot bigger and a lot stronger in the next year.
All right, the Japanese youngsters now. Uphill battle here. They'll start with Okawa, the number 2 hitter, and then the big man, Furukawa and Sugata. So it's the 2, 3, and 4. This the tough part, as Jim told you, the order. The bunt, and it's a beauty. Gaynor going to pick it up. Throw. Get him. 1 out. Nice play. And Grandpa said, that's my grandchild made that. I told him that in the backyard. And Pops is not unhappy either, is he?
Well, what was Mike Gaynor talking about before? Get your balance, turn your body, step towards where you're throwing. And Casey Gaynor couldn't have done it any better.
And Furukawa lines one. He's got it. That is home run number 3 for Furukawa. 3 home runs in this game. But as far as the New Jersey youngsters are concerned, that bunt play now looms bigger and bigger.
You got that right. This kid obviously a little bit better than Casey Gaynor today. Up time 3 times, 3 home runs. You can see little R.J. Johansson try to go back and flag it down, but well over the center field fence.
Now Sugata, he holds one of the home runs against Gaynor here today too.
You need 5 more outs before they get 3 runs to tie. That's the formula.
Deep going. Oh, baby, did he power that one out of here. His second, and it is 8-6. That's 5 home runs for the youngsters from Japan. And there's no quit here.
Sugata with a home run, his second. So if you look at the number 3 hitter and the number 4 hitter for Kashima, they're 6 for 6 with 5 home runs and a single.
It is getting tense in South Williamsport. Yutara Okawa, right fielder, he was hit by a pitch back in the first, struck out in the third, 1 out. Japan pulls back to within 2, 8-6. Hoping to get Furukawa and Sugata back up at that plate if they can.
And how do you do that, Brett? You try to turn your lineup over. If you look at, you're looking at the number 5 hitter. If you're looking, you need 5 outs to win this game and hopefully still have that 2-run lead. 2 guys get on. Big trouble.
Still only 1 out here. That's the second time in this game that Furukawa and Sugata have powered back-to-back home runs for Japan.
You see Brad Frank, the catcher, saying, okay, just calm down. Todd Frazier out at short. Could still pitch in this game.
I think, without question, this has been one of the finest weeks of Little League Baseball in terms of competition that they have ever experienced, and it has come right down to this final game. Great baseball all week long. How back. And never ever forget that they are only youngsters, 12 years old, 11 years old. A couple of cases, ground ball. This time, Gabe throws high and pulls the first baseman off the bag. And with one out, the tying run, representing the tying run, steps up to the plate. Here she is, Seiya Tsushima. And remember the story, the first girl to play in the World Series final ever. And here she is, representing the tying run.
And in talking to her, the interpreter for the Japanese team, she did not understand what a role model she is for children here in the United States. Not that many young ladies playing Little League Baseball, obviously a lot more than 10 years ago. Said she'd love to hit a home run today, and what a time to do it. Home run would tie up this game, even though she is a line drive hitter. Hit 2 in the regionals, though.
Down in the count. She's got a wonderful smile, but she's not thinking about smiling right now. Line drive, Frazier's got it, throw back to first, not in time.
I tell you, terrific at bat for Tsushima. Curveball, she stays with it, hits it right on the nose, but right at the shortstop. Good base running. Trail by 2, the play's in front of you. Make sure the ball goes through before you leave the base.
Here comes Kamatsusaki, line drive for the gap. The runner going to try to make it to third. In safely, gets by the third baseman, going to dash home, get a play, no! It is a one-run game. Japan gambles successfully. Okawa dashes home, and it's 8-7.
Right here, Cardone misses the cutoff man. Gardner misses the ball. Unable to come up with it. The 7th run scores. And the Japanese, as Brad Frank trying to block the plate, gets the ball late, makes a nice play just catching it. And the Japanese very aggressive all the way to third base on this play. So the tying run now with 2 outs at third base here in the 5th.
Now Nikita is due up, but we're going to have a pinch hitter, I believe.
We have number 19 pinch hitting for number 8.
That is Kazuya Hara. Hara is coming up as the pinch hitter with the tying run on at third base.
Thank you. Go.
Here's a young man who loves the Los Angeles Dodgers. He'd dearly like to make like Gary Sheffield, who once played here in Little League World Series, and bang one out there. Got the tying run down at third. We're in the bottom of the 5th. And we're going to have a conference. Let's listen in down.
Tough one, huh? We'll go with Todd. Okay. Good move. Good job, bro. Hey. Want to go to third? Okay. Hey, nice job, Pop.
So I think under the circumstances,
Gabe,
the young man's confidence. Let's listen to what he has to say to Gabe.
Base. First base.
Going to move him off at third.
Yeah, I'm just
What?
You might want
okay.
out.
No, he's going to go first. Okay.
You know, what they've done, if Todd Frazier pitches, what happens is he'll move from shortstop to the pitcher. Gabe Gardner will move across the diamond to first base. Scott Fisher becomes a second base, and Little Joe will go to shortstop.
One of those moments. Hara, the pinch hitter. Ball gets away from Frank. The tying run comes in for Japan. We are tied at 8.
Breaking ball down and in. Brad Frank cannot get the glove on it. Off the glove, 8-8.
And here comes Hara against Frazier to the shortstop. Francis Keeney, who moved there, long throw, got him.
IRS problems?
A tax relief agreement can help you. What you're about to see and hear is real.
I settled my tax debt for $800. This IRS tax relief program really did do what it's designed to do.
We owed the IRS over $134,000. Our attorney recommended that we use an IRS tax relief agreement.
Saved us $122,000.
Thousands of taxpayers across the nation have settled their tax debt for less than what they owed.
We needed help fast.
And the IRS accepted our offer, and we settled our tax debt for only $6,008.
This is now your opportunity to get a fresh start and settle your back taxes for less than what you owe.
I owed the IRS over $47,000 and I qualified for the IRS tax relief program. It enabled me to finally settle my tax debt for only $3,800.
Yes, you can do something about your IRS tax problems, and yes, the IRS tax relief agreement can help you.
For a free consultation, call 888-775-9482 now.
National Debt Report. If you have any type of debt, call now for a free debt report.
Are you knee-deep in debt? Do you have $10,000 or more in unsecured debt?
There are laws in place which may allow us to lower your debt up to 70%.
I was in debt up to here. I made one easy phone call and they cut my monthly payments in half. I'm finally debt-free.
Credit card bills, medical bills, repos, any type of unsecured debt.
This is your opportunity to be debt-free.
Take back control of your life. Become completely debt-free in months.
They set me up with an affordable payment plan. So instead of paying $700 per month, I now only pay $250. They made it so easy.
There are laws in place which may allow us to lower your debt up to 70%.
Call now. We can lower your payments today.
This opportunity will not last. If you have any type of debt, call now for a free debt report.
Call 1-800-231-2076.
Tied at 8, and moments ago, Toms River manager Mike Gaynor trying to rally his troops.
Hey guys, you score now, we win the game, okay? Come on, let's go. Hey, whatever happened in the past, forget about it. We got a whole ball game to play. Come on, let's go.
Let's go right now.
So there you have it with Gaynor, Campisi, and Johansson. Due up here with Todd Frazier. Now pitching, and out in left field for the Japanese youngsters is Hashimoto.
If there's anybody that can ever tell you to forget about it, would be a coach from New Jersey. Forget about it.
It's good. You got it. Well, here's Casey Gaynor. He was the starting pitcher. He'll see what he can do. Kato staying on. We've had 9 home runs slugged in this game. 9. 5 for Japan and 4 for the United States. Top of the 6th, last inning of regulation in Little League play, but we've already had one game go 11, another game go 8. Kato starts off with a strike here in the 6th inning against Casey Gaynor.
Gaynor 3 for 3, 2 singles and then a home run over the center field fence. A lot of runs. 16 runs, 20 hits.
Nobody headed for the exits. Been a great championship game. It's like a game that you'd expect to see at Coors Field. 9 home runs.
Yeah, there's a little bit of altitude here in Williamsport, but not like Denver.
Got 3-1 now. He's done a good job in relief. Leadoff hitter walks.
And that is the first walk that Kato has given up since the first inning. Or actually, in fact, he hadn't walked anybody. He came in the first.
We'll see if Campese bunts. He attempted to bunt back in the first inning and lined out to the first baseman. And Segata shortens up on him at first base. Not bunting. Here's a young man whose mother is a dentist, Eric Campese. Crowd nervous on both sides right now. Score tied at 8, and we're in the 6th inning. It's winning time for somebody. And Campese is knocked down. 8 strikeouts. R.J. Johansson steps in. Runner on at first, 1 out. There's the bunt out in front of the plate. Gainer will move to second. The out is at first.
I'll tell you, watch him get the bat head out. Good bunt right back to the pitcher. And there's your snap throw. Boy, was that close.
Now here comes Chris Cardone, who homered as a pinch hitter. Lead run out at second and 2 out.
Take another look right here. Yeah, I think he got him. About a quarter to half a step. Nice call by the first base umpire.
Cardone ready. Check swing. First base umpire said no, he did not. New Jersey may have gotten a break on that.
Take another look.
Close, real close, but Cardone will take it. 1-1.
You come in, you get 2 at-bats, you go yard twice.
And it is only fitting that this young man's favorite movie is Field of Dreams. And this indeed is Chris Cardone's Field of Dreams on this Saturday afternoon. A lifetime memory. 10-8. New Jersey leads it again. Brad Frank with 2 out. 5 home runs apiece in this game. Base hit. 8th to third baseman up. And that will give Todd Frazier another at bat.
And that could be critical in this game. And they're on their feet here in Williamsport. Home run, single, single, and double.
I can hear all the Jersey rocking all the way here. What he has done today, 4 for 4, 9 for 15 for the week. He scored 11 runs. And the dogs are barking.
I suppose you might think about pitching around him, except that Scott Fisher on deck has also hit a mammoth home run. The interesting thing to me is I look at Todd Frazier as what his coach Mike Gaynor said. He said he's a very upbeat person. He came in to pitch, the tying run scores, he gets the attention of his catcher. Let's go on. Let's continue this game. Very much in the now, in the present.
Three balls and 1 strike on Frazier. Ranks the runner at first. 10-8. Tom's River. Frazier's pop watches for the stands. They did pitch around him, but as Jim Palmer told you, Scott Fisher is not an easy out. His home run put New Jersey up 5-4 back in the 4th inning. Out of play. Good swing. .22 hits, and 10 of them have been home runs here today. Frazier, the runner at first, will be pitching with a lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. New Jersey will need 3 outs regardless of what happens here. Up the ball, runner had to freeze. He won't score. The runner had to stay right on the bag as the base hit sealed him up. Bases loaded with 2 outs.
I tell you, you really fear for their well-being. That ball almost gets Cotto, the pitcher. So Shima will charge it and keep the runner from scoring.
A chance to erase all the bad memories of the day. Here's Gabe Gardner, the 3rd baseman. Bases loaded with 2 out. And a tiring Cotto on the mound, trying to get that last out. Trying to keep the Japanese youngsters within 2.
Told you about Gardner. No home runs during the regular Little League season. 9 in the regional and the Little League World Series. 7 in the regionals, 2 here at Williamsport. Okay, he got the 2-0 fastball. Look for it. Just got out in front a little bit. That's what you call a good hitter's count. Pitcher behind, hitter ahead. I tell you, I'm looking at that scoreboard and I'm saying this is a pitching coach nightmare and a hitting coach's delight. All these runs.
Welcome to baseball '98. Foul. Kadovich. Another foul. Gabe is staying alive in South Williamsport. Chris Cardone, the hero so far. 2 at-bats and 2 home runs.
One swing of the bat, you forget all the negative things that have happened this afternoon. One curveball down the middle. Tsushima makes a nice play to hold the 3rd run from scoring, but they add 2 more to make it 12-8.
Francis Keeney, teammates on at first and third base, and it's 12-8. Toms River. This appears to be the little team that could. Go. 3 outs away for Frazier when he goes back. Now he's scored a dozen.
And they will just let Dave Gardner go, trying to draw a throw and maybe add another run. Already scored 4, but hoping that Scott Fisher might be able to score if they throw through.
You really feel for a tiring pitcher in Little League in this situation here, but Kato trying to maintain his poise, and throw a couple more strikes and get out of this.
Yeah, it's interesting that Japan has used 6 pitchers during the course of this Little League World Series, where the team from Toms River has only used 3, but I just think that Kato's going to be able to do the job.
Now back. Two. Got him. Toms River will be 3 outs away as Cardone powers them ahead.